Welcome to Scary Campfire Stories. My name is Kyle Hester and I will be your host. You can support the author of this story by clicking the link in the description. And please, subscribe to the channel. Now make yourself comfortable. Let's begin, shall we?
Welcome to the top 10 scariest places in Alabama. Number 10. Jameson Center, or Old Bryce Hospital, Northport. How you feeling? A little under the weather? Well, don't go here. With a reputation for gruesome treatments and terrible treatment of patients, this is not the place you'd ever want to check in. Feelings of hot and cold spots, items moving on their own. The sounds of ghostly footsteps have been reported in the halls of this abandoned hospital. If you see the coat tail of a doctor walking through the halls, don't worry. It's just a ghost. Oh, that screaming coming from the empty room? Oh, that's just a spectral patient who's probably died a horrible death. No medical explanation necessary. Number 9. The Tutwiler Hotel, Birmingham. In the South, manners are everything. So when a bartender at the hotel kept turning the lights off of the kitchen, only to have them repeatedly turned back on, he knew there was something paranormal going on. The 6th day, when the bartender came back to the lights on, he was also greeted with a beautiful but mysterious, fabulous meal. Candles, wine, table set. Apparently, the ghost of Colonel Tutwiler, for whom the hotel was named. The bartender began to say, "Good evening, Colonel," every night, and then there was no longer any ghostly appearances by the Colonel. So, dead or alive, it's always good manners to say good night to your neighbors and friends. Good night. Number 8. Redmont Hotel in Birmingham. Birmingham? What's going on? Oh, beautiful Redmont Hotel. You were the oldest hotel, the most historic hotel, and oh so very haunted. If you retire to your room on the 9th floor, a woman in white might also reside on that floor as well. The former owner, Clifford Stiles, also walks the halls. Do you like dogs? Great! The Redmont has its own ghostly canine trotting around, but, and this might be the best part, the famous singer, Hank Williams, has been seen in the room he stayed in before he died, right before his death. Talk about a loyal customer. During your stay, you might expect to see doors open, furniture moving, your luggage being messed with. Well, enjoy your stay. Number 7. Sloss Furnace, Birmingham. After the Civil War, Sloss Furnace was really hot. See what I did there? There was a massive need for thousands of steel products around the country, so we're talking pig iron, baby. They say nothing good comes from the graveyard shift. And in the early 1900s, James Slag Wormwood, the graveyard foreman, was the boss. He was all business, bad business, cut corners, safety. What safety? We got pig iron to produce. And nothing says terror like a furnace of molten metal and dangerous risks like Sloss Furnace. Under his reign, 47 workers died. Many more suffered disastrous injuries as well, missing limbs, blindness, and we haven't even gotten to the ghosts. Unfortunately for old Slag, his workers tied him to the furnace in October of 1906, trick or treat. Unfortunately, after his disappearance, workers complained constantly of an unnatural presence and a spectral voice saying, "Get back to work," or being pushed from behind. But no one was there. 3 supervisors were even found unconscious, locked in small boiler rooms, only to say, after their rescue, that they say a burned man kept telling them to push more steel. Over 1,000 reports of paranormal activity have been reported to the Burning Man. Geez, Slag, go take a break. Number 6. Fort Morgan, Gulf Shores. This third system masonry fort was built between 1819 and 1833. It served during the Battle of Mobile Bay, the The Spanish-American War, World War I, and World War II. Busy place. Still reporting for duty. Footsteps, ghostly apparitions, and even the desperate cries of the fallen can be seen and heard to this day. The most famous ghost, though, is a woman who was murdered at the fort. She roams the grounds looking for her killer. Sounds like a great spot to stop on during vacation, doesn't it? Number 5. Gaines Ridge Dinner Club, Camden. How frightfully delicious. Once a home, now a dinner club. This 1820s location has ghosts you might never forget. Get a table by the window. You might see a woman floating by, screaming. Or you might see the reflection staring back at you of one Ebenezer Hearn. You'll know it's him by his long beard. Still wanting to order? Well, don't let the spectral screaming baby or the smell of pipe smoke turn you off. Remember to tip your waiter. Enjoy your meal. Number 4. Drish House, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Name 2 things every house doesn't need. I'll go first. Phantom fires that start by themselves, and ghostly lights shining throughout the house. Sarah Drish died in 1884. After her death, these spectral dangers began. Sarah's husband had died 17 years before her in 1867 after falling down the stairs. Sarah had saved his funeral candles for her own funeral one day. When she died, her family couldn't find those candles. Her anger and death has been speculated as the cause of those fires and mysterious glowing lights. If you pass the Drish house, keep an eye out for smoke or lights. Sarah may just be around. Number 3. Maple Hill Cemetery. Established in Huntsville in 1818, Maple Hill Cemetery is the largest and oldest cemetery, with over 80,000 souls buried on its grounds. It's also very active. When we say active, we mean haunted. By the way, ghosts love skeptics. From unexplained sightings and strange noises after dark, this place seems anything but restful. Oh, the playground there? Yeah, it's used all the time by its spectral little residents. You might hear laughing and little feet running to the swings. Yeah, this place is haunted. Number 2. Burleson-McIntyre House. Standing for over 170 years, this former plantation in Decatur, Alabama has deep roots to the Civil War. It survived the Battle of Shiloh. It still has bullet holes in the columns. Because it was used as a Civil War hospital, it has seen gruesome injuries of war and many, many deaths. Legend says a young Union soldier died in the house from severe bullet wounds. He was buried under the floor for a few days until he was given a proper burial. First rule of dying in a house: being buried under the house. The blood is in the house. It's in the bones of the house, keeping the spirit in the house. His ghost has been seen in the house since then. You can also see the ghosts of a woman in white prowling the grounds. Number 1. Consolation Church. The abandoned Oakery Street Church in Red Level, Alabama. From ethereal crying, weeping, screaming, to ghostly spirits of women haunting parishioners. That death was coming for them. The church was forced to close. Besides being seized with hellhounds, banshees, and ghosts of children roaming, sightings of Confederate soldiers still haunt the grounds. Go visit. You may feel cold air, even if it's over 100 outside. Driving away, if you see headlights in your rear view, it may be the phantom 1964 black Ford truck trying to chase you down. Don't let it catch you. Thank you for joining us on the scariest places in Alabama. If you want to support the channel, please do so. Just click like on this, subscribe to the channel. You can join the Patreon, Kyle Hester Actor Guy. Links are in the description. And check out some independent film, because that's what this is all about. The Chair, Zombie with a Shotgun. Links are also in the description. Stay tuned for the next video.